Welcome to Table Talk Friday, your weekly dose of D&D banter between three men in a bedroom. If you like their style, come back every Friday for another upload. Now, back to the boys.
The microphone.
So, Drew, this weekend is pretty big. Do you know why this weekend is pretty big?
Please inform me of the news, much like our Lord Savior Charlie.
Well, no, I do that often to you, but this is actually different. This isn't the normal, hey, This is the reason the world's burning on fire this week.
Well, you are wearing a black shirt, though, and he has been doing that.
It's a tank top, man. If you guys want to see it, go to patreon.com/tabletalkfriday to see me in this tank top.
That plug, though.
Okay, so are you familiar with any reality TV shows?
Does our personal favorite, The Circle, count?
Oh my god, you remember that?
I remember.
You remember that? I turned that on. That was the most trash Netflix I'd ever watched, and I kind of liked it. It was fun. Just like the DMing each other, you know, making it all dramatic and everything, and then turning out some people were catfished at the end. That was a good show. A good bad show.
It kind of was, but it was also absolute trash.
It was horrible.
You should never watch it. I wouldn't recommend it to anybody, but if you're absolutely gonna watch trash, there might be something in this for you.
If you're down for like a good bad time, like it's fun bad.
It is. It's fun to pick one of them and then try to ride it out through the whole time. Like, oh no, he's gonna win. This guy is gonna win 100%. And then you find out someone's tricking somebody at the very end. Oh, it was actually okay. I'm a little hyped up now. I kind of want to watch it, but I'm not going to.
So they pretended to have Lance Bass in there from what was it, NSYNC or whatever?
They did.
He pretended he was Lance Bass. Okay. So speaking
she
of
was involved. No, we have to spoil it. She was involved. She was actually like Lance Bass's manager or something
like that, like an agent.
So it worked out. She knew things that she needed to know to be this guy. It was crazy. Anyway, sorry, cut.
So speaking of like fun bad, I would say a lot of reality TV is fun bad. I would say, and nothing's more fun bad than the show Love Island.
Oh my god, I can't believe you brought that up.
So my wife has some friends who are really into the Love Island sphere.
Oh.
And so my wife was like, I kind of want to get in on this and know what's going on because it's kind of intriguing. And so I was like, okay, well, I'm down to turn it on and I'll play video games on my Steam Deck or my Switch while we're doing this. I'll grind out Pokemon Champions or something. We turn the show on. And this is, we're like 16 episodes behind, right? So it's like, and each one's like an hour. So that's like, you know, days and days of catching up.
It's an hour?
Each episode's like an
hour long?
Each episode's like an hour. And so then you got to catch up. And they come out like every day a week for the whole summer.
No way.
So there's going to be a total of 35 episodes. Drew, can you guess what episode I'm on for the finale this Sunday? There's going to be 35.
Christ.
There's going to be 35. And can you guess how much my wife and I have watched in the past 2 weeks?
You're 30 deep. 30 deep.
We're exactly 30 deep.
Oh! I channeled it, dude. I channeled the Love Island.
We're 30 episodes into Love Island. There's 31 out, and the 32nd one comes out tonight for season 8. And we're going to watch the finale. That's why I'm busy Sunday. We're watching the finale with a group of friends on Sunday.
First of all, that's insane that you made it that far. I can't believe you're excited about the season finale, but I kind of want to get in on this too.
You just have to watch 35 episodes by Sunday. It's fine.
I can't. It makes me so mad the whole time. It's about, for anybody that hasn't seen it, just very super basic level. It's like if you do PDA, like hugs or kissing or whatever it may be, the prize pool that's a part of the island or wherever they are, the hotel.
Different. That's too hot to handle.
Oh, that's what I was thinking of. Which one's Love Island?
Love Island's a little bit different, but kind of similar, right? You get on the island, and everyone's goal here is literally just to couple up. But the most voted couple from America gets $100,000 at the end, and then the winner gets to choose whether or not they want to keep the money or split it with the partner, and they stay coupled up. So if someone was playing someone the whole time and like acting, then they could just be like, I'm just going to take the 100K, we break up and leave. But what I'm hoping for this season, I'm not going to say anything for our many viewers that watch Love Island, but what I'm hoping this season is the couple that will obviously be voted the best because they are the best are going to split it because they're perfect for each other.
What if they don't? What if they don't do it?
We'll find out. If they don't, I'll riot. I will find one of them and riot.
That's horrible. I think I would rather watch the trash of Too Hot to Handle.
So what they
Letha's just dumb.
There is a lot of PDA in Love Island. A lot. Like you watch them make out. They make out with each other. They make out in front of other people. They cheat on each other. Like all this crazy stuff happens, and it's really, really fun drama. But like my wife and I, sometimes we're like yelling at the TV like a sports fan, being like, "What the hell are you doing?" Or we're like, "Oh, you guys are delusional because you're all friends. You don't see that these two people are horrible for each other."
And I can't believe you were this far in this show right now. You're invested. I can see it in your face. You're passion.
Dude, I'm invested. So the other day, while we're chilling here, we had a day where we weren't doing anything, which has been very rare lately. A day where we're not doing anything. You know what we did all day?
No,
we turned it on and let episodes play. And I played No Man's Sky for like 9 hours straight.
Oh, that's the dream. That's the dream right there.
Dude, I was watching the show, playing No Man's Sky. My wife's next to me. She's playing Slay the Spire and Tomodachi Life on her Switch. Like, it was great.
I put a price on that. I'm curious. So, I haven't had a full day of gaming really since I was, much younger, right? Sometimes you get close. You get maybe like 5 hours deep or something, right? But a full day, like 8+ hours, a whole shift of gaming. How much would you pay for that?
Like, to be able to do that?
Yeah.
Just like currently, I feel like I get that opportunity pretty often.
What if you didn't? If you're just the average Joe?
If it was just anything, I mean, I would pay the equivalent of a day of work,
I guess that makes sense, yeah.
Like, kind of like paying for a day off because you're losing that much money from not working.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I feel like I would pay no more than $1.52, $1.50 to $2.
Okay,
I can't imagine paying like more than that for a whole day of gaming. I don't know, but it's totally worth it though. A whole day just vibing. Maybe you got some dues on the side, got some snacks, you got some Love Island playing on the side.
I feel like you could make that happen more often than you are though. You could do that on a weekend day, or like or you could take a day off of work to do that. Like, you don't have to pay for it.
Yeah, but I always got stuff going on.
Yeah, but you could make a day where you don't have stuff going on. You're the orchestrator of your own life, the composer, even.
That's impossible. There's just always you can't. Just whatever comes your way.
I have a fun question for you. So we role play, right? We play TTRPGs. We do a lot of role play in our games. When you're playing a game, not like Hunt Showdown, but if you were to play like a survival game or even an RPG or anything like that, do you role play like as your character? Like, do you take the persona of the character you've created, or are you just like, I'm just messing around? Like, for me, when I play Skyrim, I'm just taking quests. I'm not like picking up a persona for it, right? It's kind of how I am in like No Man's Sky. Like, I'm just flying around different solar systems, exploring and doing stuff. I don't really have an idea of what I'm doing. I'm just doing it for fun. But then in like Cyberpunk, I feel like I do role play because like V has a voice and a character, and so I make decisions based around the V that I created. We interrupt this regularly scheduled broadcast to tell you about patreon.com/Table Talk Friday, where you can get post shows from the boys every single week. Sometimes they talk about their personal lives, sometimes they talk about gaming, and sometimes the conversation just continues where it left off. So go check out patreon.com/Table Talk Friday now.
I don't know. I think it depends on the game partially. But it's very difficult for me as a gamer, period, of any sort of game, to remove myself from mass or obsessive immersion into what I'm doing.
Right.
So I don't play games to de-stress. I play games to have fun. They're very stressful. I get extremely stressed about games because I want to. I want to be involved. As Hunt Showdown, when I'm playing, I am trying my best to survive and to murder everybody else in that lobby. That is what I'm doing at that moment. There's nothing else going on. Maybe my dog runs by and I pet my dog for a second. But like, this is what I'm locked into. This is all that's happening in my life. I'm not going to work tomorrow. I don't have dinner and I'm hunting people right now. Same goes for Smite and whatnot. Minecraft, though, Minecraft's a little different. I don't know. I kind of sort of just vibe sometimes.
I've seen you take Minecraft super seriously too, though, where you're sitting there coding in Minecraft for forever.
Well, yeah, because if you can make a game more stressful, you should. That's how you get the most value.
I disagree. I have found I actually had to convince myself not to do this lately because I have a list. I have on my Steam catalog. I have a playlist, and my playlist. I don't want to call it a backlog because it feels like it has a negative connotation, right? So I have a playlist, and currently there's 26 games in it. There was 30 like 2 weeks ago, and so I have my playlist, and that is a stressful thing for me of seeing that and going, which one of these am I going to knock out today? Like, if this is a 3-hour game, can I knock out this game today? Can I knock out this one? Or like, then I'm like, okay, well, this one's going to be 90 hours. Should I piecemeal it? Should I knock it out over the course of the next 2 weeks and only focus on this? It's that is a stressful thing for me of being like, these are the games I need to knock out. But I have found so much love for No Man's Sky in the last like couple of weeks. I don't know what it was. I was having some stressful times, and I was like, I need to play something where I can like turn on my podcasts that I like all the kind of funny guys and stuff. I want to listen to their podcasts and do something productive. And I'll sit there with No Man's Sky, and all of a sudden, all the time's going by. I'm flying around the solar systems. I found myself getting into the photo mode. Like, I don't know if you ever get into photo mode. This is the most beautiful game I've ever seen in my life. Like, it looks so good even on like the Steam Deck like screen. It looks so pretty. I'll be like, all right, well, gotta go to photo mode. Click, 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 picture. Or like, I'll take pictures on here. I've done it from my cool computer setup I have out there with the streaming from here to the Xbox Series S out there. All of this stuff. No Man's Sky is like the perfect game. It's so good.
See, I would love to try it, but it wouldn't be that experience for me. Because so I know once I pick it up, I have to spend a minimum of 3 years playing the game.
Right.
Just because that's part of the rules, right? And I would start exploring and I would be very into it, but I would quickly want to know, okay, but how can I explore more and faster? How do I explore everything? How do I min-max the situation?
So the game itself, like, I think there's a little too much for you in that case then, because you can do any number of things and it's up to you to make the fun, basically. Like, what I have fun doing right now is I am the, like, overseer of these 2 settlements, one on a planet that I have built a nice base on a cliffside, and it's a paradise planet, so it's just beautiful sights from wherever you can see. And then there's this one that's an absolute shithole. Like, I'm telling you, I found this place in the middle of a tundra where sentinels, the little robots that fly around, are attacking it every single day. And I came in and said, let's spruce this place up. And
why?
Because I wanted to have a mission, right? So I am helping build these settlements and giving these beings a place to come to, right? And
okay.
And so that's what, like, I made my own fun doing that. But then also, I probably spent 20 hours of this game just trying to build the perfect Corvette, the starships that you can build yourself. Oh. So you can just fly around to different systems and scavenge for Corvette parts and then take them back to a space station and assemble a ship. And
okay, that's pretty fun.
Dude, and you can live in that ship, basically. Like, I was mining certain materials and then refining them on my ship. And I'm kind of role-playing at the moment because I'm, like, choosing specific missions to go down and go being like, I am like the traveler, the one that comes to you and will solve this problem. Like, I freaking hyper jumped or like warped to a new system. I show up. This was my big thing today. This was the fun I had today. I show up and there's a pirate dreadnought, like this huge, gigantic ship attacking a civilian ship, like that's just sitting there. And it's like, hey, you better help them out or they're gonna die. And I'm like, okay. And I had to try it twice because I failed the first time. It was hard. It was hard. I have an S-class ship, so I'm like pretty strong. But it was hard. And so I had to swoop in underneath its shields. You fly under its shields. You know that scene in Star Wars where like Luke's flying in, he's like, and he like drops the bomb in the right place. You fly down here and there's a line of like shield generators basically, and I'm just like mowing down all these shield generators on my way through. And then you fly around and they fire torpedoes at them. Well, you got to go intercept those torpedoes. So I fly through with my lasers, boom, cut these torpedoes out of the sky, and then fly back and take down this big thing. It was fun. And so
that's pretty cool.
I'm going with I'm like an ace pilot, and I just fly around. I mine things. I create bases. I help people. I'm the traveler.
Okay, the traveler. I like that. The space traveler. Is the you mentioned this dreadnought ship and how expansive this world is. Is that a side quest? Is that a random encounter?
Those are random. Those are random encounters. So like you could just warp into a space like galaxy, or not a galaxy, like a solar system, and that's just there.
Oh shoot.
Yeah.
It sounds very Spelljammer to me. Like I kind of just want to play Spelljammer again after listening to that.
It's really fun. It's really, really fun. I didn't think I was gonna like it as much as I did, and I actually fell off it for a long time, and then now I've put like twice as much time in over the past couple weeks.
It's just like, what's that game? Destiny. It's just like Destiny where you should go back.
Destiny was a lot better gunplay, and I don't know if you know this, they ended Destiny 2. They stopped putting out new content. They finished. They have the game still works. You can still play it, but they just have all the content sitting there, and you can just, replay it. You can jump into Crucible, but there's nothing new ever coming out for Destiny 2 ever again.
Destiny 3?
I doubt it, man. Bungie's not doing good as it is.
Oh no.
No, they put out another game called Marathon, and it flopped. I mean, it's a good game. I haven't played it, but I've seen people play it, and it's a good game, but it costs $40 and it has 4,000 to 5,000 players at all times.
No.
It's just not gonna live.
No. Unless you're playing with a couple of the boys, then it's a different story. Then it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, they just came out with a 7 days to die update.
Really?
It's at 3.0 now. Who was it? I think Behavior bought it from the Fun Pimps. So things are moving along a little more now, which is nice. I'm waiting for a couple more updates. Me and my wife played the crap out of this game.
I remember.
Probably like 2 years ago at this point. And we beat it like probably 3-4 times to the point where there wasn't a whole lot more for us to do. We explored the whole world. We mapped everything out. We, had all the money we needed. And we had like the perfect base. So we want to give it a whole lot of time so that a whole bunch of new updates are there.
Right.
And we just fully, really immerse ourselves in the game again. Like it's a whole new thing. And we're almost to that point. Almost there. So I'm excited to get back into it.
So getting into our topic a little bit for today.
7 Days to Die?
Well, Pokemon? No. I'm super. I love 70s. I love Pokemon. Speaking of Pokemon, really quick, the new season started yesterday, and I was like, all right, I'll just run the same team I was running last season and see how it goes. I won 7 games in a row, lost one. Won 4 games in a row, lost one. Won 3 games in a row, lost one. Won 2 games in a row. Got into Master Ball. It only took me a couple hours. Got into Master Ball, and then I was like, all right, let's drop this for another couple days. I was like, that was a lot of stress. But I think total, I played like 20 games, and I lost like 4.
That's good, though.
Dude, I was making reads. Like, I'm telling you, I'm going against Charizard Y, which is the big dog right now. Because he's got such strong firepower that it's like, how do you overcome it? And I was making reads. I threw in a Whimsicott and a Goldango. Steel type, grass type, both weak to fire, right? Both weak to fire. And I know I'm safe because I'm like, I've done this before. I'm okay. I don't need to worry about this. What do I do turn 1? Double protect to bait out one of them protecting. So both my Pokemon protect. And then what happens? They don't protect. And I'm like, okay, there's one of 2 options that's going to happen because he tried to attack. He Moonblasted and Heat Wave. 2 moves that would have killed. And so I'm like, okay, there's only one way out of this. I'm going to have to take a Moonblast on one of these guys. That's fine. They will live off of just that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have my Whimsicott use Tailwind. Boom. Double speed on both my Pokemon. I'm going to have my Goldango use Power Gem, a rock type move, on their Charizard. If they protect, I lose. If I hit them, I win. They did not protect. They went for the same move a second turn in the row. I killed them with Power Gem, and they forfeited. The rest of the game didn't play it out. It was only 2 turns.
Okay, so tell me, are those the best wins though, or the worst wins? Where it's an easy, just easy tally on the board, you get right into the next one, but also it's a little disappointing.
The best wins are when it comes down to the wire, man. When it is your Pokemon versus theirs, and you don't know. So I've had so many times when my Rotom Wash, so the Rotom, he's electric water type, but he's a washing machine. Yeah. My Rotom Wash versus another Pokemon, and I'm like, my Rotom Wash is bulky. I don't know if it lives this hit, and I'm not the Pokemon player. I'm not a professional who sits there and pulls up the damage calcs and stuff to see if it happens. I just fly by the seat of my pants, right? And so
people do that. They pull up little calculators.
Oh yeah, they will damage calc and be like, "There's a 70 to 90% chance this one kills."
Oh my god!
Yeah, and because there's a range of how much damage each one does, it can do anywhere from like this much damage to this much damage, and it's a random roll. So it's like, okay.
That's absolutely insane.
So people will pull that up and calculate their moves. I don't do that. I just fly by the seat of my pants. And so I'm like, I don't know if this kills with my Rotom because he's bulky. So I'm just going to take the shot. I'll fire my move, which also, he's not very strong. He's bulky. May not kill. So I'm going to fire my move and see what happens. And then when I end up winning from that, I'm just like, oh my God, that was awesome. Every time I think, I wish I could friend that dude and send him a message. Like, really? I think that every single time something like that happens. But
it's crazy to think how much thought that you're putting into how much thought you're putting into fighting these other Pokemon. When I'm playing Pokemon Go, I'm literally mindlessly going, just tapping my phone over and over and over again. And then eventually I win, and it's good. But lots of high tech strategy there going on.
Dude, it is really, really fun. I get really stressed out going into ranked because I have like ranked anxiety where I'm like, well, if I go in today, what if I come out a lower rank than I was going in? And stuff like that.
You might as well not play at that point.
Exactly, because I'm like, well, 1700 elo, that's not bad. I'd rather be, like 1800 to 2000 elo, like with the pros, but like 1700 is like above average. That's better.
I do like to be above average.
And I've been above average like every season so far. I got way above average in season 1 when I was playing like full-time playing all the time, but I haven't put that kind of time in again.
We haven't put time in at all? D&D.
Dude,
the actual game we use this podcast for.
Yes. So it's going to be a month where I haven't played D&D.
That's horrible.
4 weeks. It's going to be a month. You guys did a one-off like last week. I think it was. We went like a week or two where we didn't play, and then you guys did a one-off, and now we're going another week or two where we're not playing. It will have been a full month for me soon. And I'm the DM.
It's your fault. It's your fault.
I'm the DM. Well, one of them was my fault. I had to go out of town. So yes, that one I couldn't play. But I was out of town and so was someone else. So it's not even that big a deal for the main campaign. Now, listen to this though. For this coming week, I was real hopeful. I was really hopeful we were going to have a chance at playing this week. And then when we asked, it came down to, we might have like 2.5 hours tomorrow. And I was like, it's not freaking worth it, dude. It's not worth the stress. It's because then I'm going to have to make sure I put it together in a timely manner. And what if I have something big I want to do? We could play, right? We really could. I just don't want to stress about timing. Like, I want to sit down. If we're coming back after a month of not playing, I want it to be perfect. Like, I want it to be good.
Yeah, although at that point, I feel like any D&D is almost perfect. It satiates it, the desire.
No, but for sure.
It's been a long time since we haven't played this long consecutive. Well, to your point, we did the one-off, right? But, I mean, that's 3 out of 4 weeks doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
So, where's it at? Where's this D&D? You better have this crazy session going, Seth.
Well, you remember at the end of our last session, your character passed out.
Oh, he died. That's it. No, it's been 4 weeks.
Yeah, you gotta make a new one. You gotta make a new one.
I'm building a new character right now.
Okay, cool. But that's not exactly the full topic of today's episode. I wanted to talk to you about, because you know me, I typically every year, like usually I try to find a convention or something I want to attend, whether it's a D&D convention, Magic the Gathering, an anime convention. I like going to conventions. I'll usually make the splurge of like, $1,000 to $2,000 to make this trip happen, because you have to fly out to wherever you're going, spend tickets to get in, and you spend money while you're there. So typically, I'm spending $400 on a plane ticket, and then spending, $100 to $200 for where I'm staying, and then spending like $400 total while I'm there. So around $1,000, I think is usually around my budget for these whole trips, which
that's crazy.
But it's pretty good for going on one of these. A lot of people who go there will spend like $5,000.
Doing what? What are they doing?
Oh, you've never been to a convention show floor. You can buy a lot of stuff, Drew. If you don't have...
I'm cheap. I wouldn't buy anything.
Well, I know
like
you.
Thing, maybe.
And I go in there anticipating to buy things. I've gone into every convention with $1,000 set aside to spend at the convention, and I never go over like $300 to $400. Sometimes not even over $200.
Oh, I mean, that's still a lot of money to spend, though.
Yeah. But you go there anticipating, hey, I'm here to enjoy my time, to buy some things that I wouldn't be able to just get anywhere else, like exclusive things or whatever. and just enjoy the time. Like you're there to do that, see some panels. So you've never been to one, correct? I don't think you've ever been to like a big nerd convention.
Not that I could think of, no, besides D&D every week.
Yeah, well, that's not a nerd convention. That's a nerd hangout.
Oh, my bad. I got me.
But I wanted to pick your brain about this a little bit because they do a bunch of big D&D conventions. There's one close to where we went to college over in Raleigh. There is the one that I went to. Remember, I was a DM there for a weekend.
That's true. Which very epic Green Dragon Goblin situation.
Yes, very fun one-off. I think we've talked about it on a past episode of the podcast.
Oh yeah.
But I wanted to pick your brain on engage your interest on that whole scene, and if that's something you would ever like personally yourself want to do. So let me get your surface level thoughts first.
Okay, so at just super basic level, would Drew go to a convention? Absolutely. Drew would love to go to a convention of some sort. What convention it would be? Couldn't tell you. Maybe a Magic thing. Maybe it'd be a Pokemon thing. Maybe it'd be some sort of, gaming general show con. I don't know. Well, just general media of some general media. Just some sort of general thing that would be, fun within the geek nerd community. Just to vibe with some people, make some friends, see what's going on. Maybe stay up to date with some sort of gaming news. I don't know, something like that. It would be super fun. I don't know what I would do. I imagine I would just walk around and talk to people at this convention. But I also am super cheap. So I don't think I'd be buying anything. So I feel like the people would be my entertainment or whatever these panels are. Do you pay for panels individually? Is it like
no. Usually panels are included in your ticket. You just have to wait in a line.
And how much is a general if you had to say an average price for just going to a con, what would be like not everything, just a ticket to get in?
Usually you can get a weekend pass for anywhere between like a $100 or $200 for the whole weekend. And then if you're just doing a single day, like $50, maybe. It depends on the convention, right? Like some of them are more expensive, some of them are cheaper. I think it was like $180 for MagicCon for the whole weekend. But I'll tell you, MagicCon was awesome. It was freaking awesome. And Anime Expo was around the same price range too. And Anime Expo was overcrowded but awesome. I got to see Matt Mercer.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I got to see Matt Mercer while I was there, and I almost cried. I was sitting there, and I didn't know he was going to be there. I was going to a panel for Persona, not knowing he was going to be there. And then he stepped out on stage, and I was like, that's the guy. That's the guy. I like that guy. So
I don't know if I would ever have a moment like that of that's somebody I really look up to, or that's somebody that, I thoroughly enjoy online, whatever it may be, and having that meltdown moment. I can't think of somebody that would cause me to do that besides real life Venom or real life Doom Guy.
This is going to happen to me soon. This is going to happen to me soon. So in San Francisco, my favorite group of podcasters for gaming news, Kind of Funny, they're doing a week's worth of live shows at their studio. So very close proximity, you know what I mean? Inside their studio, they have to open their gate and let you in. And they're only selling 100 tickets per day to go to this thing. So
100 a day?
Yeah, so very little, because it's a studio. It's meant for just the dozen of them that work there. But they're doing live shows in San Francisco. And I was asking my wife, it's the week after we do our ceremony type thing. I was like, are you going to be chill if I just want to go to this after we do our stuff? And I was like, we can both go to San Francisco together. Just know that 5 of the days I'm probably going to be at this studio thing. And so I'm probably going to have one of those moments soon because tickets go on sale in 6 days for it. And I anticipate trying to get a week-long pass to just go to the whole thing.
I can just imagine the scene, right? Let's say it could be anything, but we'll put it in this scenario where you're doing some wedding or birthday party, whatever it may be, and you're like, yeah, sorry, if you guys just want to clean up, it's my party, I know, but I have to go to this convention, so if you guys should clean up and then lock the door on your way out, that would be chill. Or you're can you imagine bailing on your own thing to go to this convention? Or do you love conventions that much, Seth?
I won't be bailing, and this is not a convention. These are live shows for a week.
Oh,
yeah, it's not a convention. This would be me just wanting to see. What they're doing is they're doing a week worth of podcasts. They're throughout their entire cast that they have on the gaming stuff, they're doing their top 100 games of all time. And so they're going to Monday through Friday, they're going to do 20 games breaking down from 100 to 80, 80 to 60, 60 to 40, 40 to 20, 20 to number 1. And this is ranked choice among them. So they've each made 100 games list and put it in a ranked choice voting. So it's like whatever the most people voted for at the top, or whatever the most people had higher up on their list.
This is a full-scale corporate project for like a company that they're doing in this 2 days at a convention or a live show to just achieve a list that means nothing. I love it.
Yeah, but for people who are fans like me, we listen to them like every single day. That's how I catch up on all this gaming news. This is how I know all the stuff I talk about. So because of that, you're actually there like a part of the show, which is cool.
No, that is pretty neat. I feel like a lot of shows may not translate well in some of these conventions. I've seen, Matt Mercer in Critical Role. I've seen the videos of them doing it live, and I think they're a pain in the butt to listen to while you're, on your own or in your car or whatever, maybe, because it makes it harder to hear, and
yeah,
it's more of a visual show. Like, you kind of need to see it, I feel like, versus the usual D&D game, which is you can just kind of listen and imagine, right? I don't know how I'd feel about watching D&D or something. I mean, maybe even Magic, I don't know. Something live. It might just be too weird.
I can tell you from experience seeing some things live like that, it's not that bad, but I do feel like longer things like a D&D session I would get tired of. Like, I feel like my attention span for a live thing is like an hour and a half if it's like a podcast style thing. Yeah. And then I need a change of pace. So if it's like a 4-hour long D&D session, I don't really want to watch the whole thing. But I have seen Magic Commander is actually pretty cool to watch live. That if you watch game nights at all, they put their live shows on YouTube as well. And watching that, I'm like, that seems really cool in person. It's also really good on this video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's good to see. The idea of these panels, it does grow on me, and I'd like to do it. If there was one convention of the ones that you've been to, or ones that you've heard of and like, which one would you recommend that Drew go to, that he would like? Maybe he'd enjoy it.
Years ago, you, and Zach discussed going to Boston to go to PAX, which was something I really wanted to do. Now being in the future, I think you would not like PAX because it's about like discovering a bunch of like games and smaller games and stuff like that. There's a lot of gaming panels, right? But there's probably not going to be like the specific Hunt Showdown thing for you to go to. You're going to be discovering a lot of new things, which I know you'll probably stop caring about after the first day.
Yeah, I'd like to hear about it. I'd love to know the news about all the new games and see what's coming to get excited about it. But chances are I'm not going to play those games.
Exactly.
So I do want me in my Hunt Showdown panel.
I think you would enjoy that one for one day. Same with like an anime expo. You'd love to walk around it for one day. I think the one I went to in Raleigh would be good for you because the time you're not doing that, you could actually just sign up and DM a game. Like you could just be like, hey, I want to have 2 time slots to DM. And then they would sign you up. It's that easy. And it would be free because you would be.
Oh, that's right. You got compensated for it.
Yeah. So it would be free and they'd feed you. So that would be fun. And then the rest of the time you're not DMing, you can just go enjoy the convention.
So basically what I'm hearing, if I sleep in my car and I pack some food, I'm good to go.
It's only like 2 hours. We can just drive there each day.
That's a pain. I would, for both days though.
Dude, the amount of driving I've done here in Texas, 2 hours is nothing anymore. It used to be something I cared about. I would be like, I'm not driving all the way there and back. I would do that in a heartbeat over staying somewhere now.
I would just leave my car. There's no one driving 2 hours. 2 hours back, 2 hours back.
Yeah, so that one would be good. I do think maybe like a Gen Con or something like that would be good for you. That's just general nerdy stuff. They have D&D and all of that there. Those ones would be good. You also would enjoy in Charlotte, they do regional Pokemon tournaments, and I'm going to try to do one, by the way. Whenever they announce the next regional, I'm going to sign up. And the second I see it drop, I'm signing up for the Charlotte regional, and I'm going to participate in person. But you can go there and 1, enjoy a bunch of Pokemon type stuff that's going on. 2, you can just watch people play. You can hang out. I could have you along and just be like, Drew, you're coming with me. Hype me up.
I'll just follow you along like a puppy.
Yeah, hype me up while I'm trying to win this. Something like
I'd
that.
be the biggest Pokemon hype man. Like, you have no idea. You'd whip out a card. I'd be like, no, he did it. Just oh my god. I get
but legitimately, probably 100% the best one you would be like a Magic Con, because you could just play and you don't have to spend money if you don't want. We could just sit around and play. Or what I would recommend, the thing you would spend money on, is the ticketed events. So ticketed events are like, you sign up for them. There's a certain number of people that can sign up, and it's like going to a pre-release or a draft or something like that. But a lot of times at the conventions, they have like weird themes. Like me and Gabby and our friend that went along, we signed up for one that was like a 3v3 Magic tournament where we were playing against people. Except here's how you're doing it. You're making a standard, like, I think we were doing draft, so it was 40 card deck. So you make a 40 card deck out of the cards that all of you guys get. You can share cards, and you're opening a whole booster box.
Oh my god.
So you're using all of your guys' cards, and you make your good 40 card deck. Now you are going to 1v1 a person from their table. And you guys are going to best 2 of 3. And if 2 out of you guys win your best 2 of 3, you guys move on. If what? So I don't know if it's hard for you to picture.
So, but only one person playing. You're working together with your team to build a winning deck that one person has to use?
No, all 3 of you are making 40 card decks using a whole box.
Oh my god.
So all 3 of you are making 40 card decks and 1v1ing one person from the other team. So it's 3v3, and 2 of you need to win your set of 3.
So stressful.
It was really fun though, because there was one where like I think I won all but one of my games. And so each one, it came down to our friend and my wife, where we're sitting there, and I'm just sitting there like, hey, I just need one of them to pull this out. So one time it was our friend, one time it was my wife, and I was like, oh my god, we did it. And we lost our last round, but we won every other round.
Would it be fun because it sounds like a blast, would it also be fun with strangers, you think?
Like if you sign up and just get with a group of strangers?
Yeah, do you think it'd be fun?
I think it would be fun, yeah.
I'm curious. I think it'd be interesting to interact with some new people and see how they deck build and whatnot.
And there are some cheaper ones too. Like there's a fun one that's like a pre-con league. So you're getting a random commander pre-con, like the one that I got you. So they're going to come around and they're going to hand you like a random thing. You're going to open it, and it's going to be the deck you have to use. And now you face off in a couple of commander pods, seeing how much you can win.
That's tough. How much is that kind of event?
Usually that's like $50 or $60 because the commander deck is like that much. And then you also get tickets to redeem for like packs and accessories and stuff at the prize thing. So if you
win,
the more you get tickets for participating, but you get more if you win.
Okay.
And
so I want to be on your.
And I don't know if I told you. I did tell you this. We came out even on how much we spent for these ticketed events because we've signed up for the Final Fantasy one. And they handed each of us who participated in this event a promo card.
The promo.
And I got that promo card, and I was like, how much is this thing worth? And someone across the table was like, oh, that thing's like $200 around here. They were like, some places are getting it for even more. And I was like, this is $200, this little piece of cardboard. It's Swords to Plowshare, is a common mono white card, but it has special art on it. I was like, this Swords to Plowshares is $200? And they were like, yeah. And I said, who do I sell it to? And
you want it?
And I think we paid as a group $180 to participate in this, so like $60 each. And we each had a $200 card in our hand.
So basically everybody at the whole event should have done this ticketed event.
Well, there's a limited number. It was only our group that got this card. And so we just happened to get lucky with the one we signed up for, and they were like, hey, promo card for everybody. And so I walked up to the first stand going out and sold it for $200. And in cash, they just handed me $200. And now, places online, people were posting it for like $300 or $400 later. Not all of them are selling, stuff like that. I got handed cash in the moment, and I did not regret it.
No, 100%. 100%. I'm gonna walk right up, easy peasy. Money's just handed to me with zero effort. I'm taking it.
Yeah,
that works for me.
The guy who bought it for me was definitely a scalper, and I did not care. I feel like I scalped him. I paid less for the whole event than that one card.
When you scalp this, that's the title of the episode. When you scalp the scalper.
Because I feel like maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm stupid and reselling that card was easy for them. I just feel like if you post this one Final Fantasy Swords to Plowshares, there can't be that many people willing to spend $300 or $400 for it. There just can't be.
I don't know. You never know. What does matter is that he handed you 200 green simoleons, dude. He handed them right to you.
So, as I was gonna say, the reason our friend enjoys MagicCon so much over something like Anime Expo is because there's always something to do. Like you can stay at the convention hall all day, morning to evening, busy, having fun.
Okay.
Anime Expo, we left early on most days because you go to the 2 or 3 panels that you want to see. Once you've gone around the show floor a couple times, you're good to leave. You don't have to be there all day because you've already, like, I went in there knowing what exhibitors were going to be there and bought the things I wanted on day 1. So now all the other days, I'm pretty much just going to my panels, roaming around, and I didn't spend any more money after day 1.
What about a themed convention similar to our podcast we run here? What about a D&D convention? Are there a lot of them? Are they common? Like,
what
do
I
you
find,
think you could have fun the whole time?
There are like tabletop conventions, right? But what I find is that most conventions just have tabletop stuff going on. Like, if you go to Anime Expo, you can also sign up to play D&D there. If you go to MagicCon, you can probably like there's going to be groups playing D&D and other tabletop games as well that you can sign up for. All of these things are going to have D&D involved. It's just they're not always the main focus. So like the one I went to did have like in Raleigh did have a big focus on tabletop gaming and D&D in particular. There was lots of people playing these games in person at the table. But like say at MagicCon, you're going to find more people playing Magic than you are going to find playing D&D.
That's so like who are these rogue D&D players though? Who are these rogue D&D players going to Sonic the Hedgehog Con and playing D&D at a side table?
Well,
like
you might have themed sessions there where everybody's playing a Sonic OC.
That's true. But what if you're not though? If you're not playing these themed games, you're showing up to whatever anime con, drinkable water con, I don't know, whatever con you go to. And you're playing D&D, just some regular a Curse of Strahd campaign, Storm Kings. What are you doing, man? Go home. Go play D&D elsewhere.
I have a funny story related to this. So, MagicCon was in Vegas, right? So it was my first time in Vegas, and this will be what we end the show off with. But first time in Vegas, I hadn't been there before. I really did not like Las Vegas as a place. You can ask anyone that was around me. I hated that there weren't sidewalks. You had to walk through casinos to get anywhere. Like I'm not lying, Drew. When you look at maps, like if you pull up maps, it tells you where to go, and you click the walking path. You have to walk through buildings, and each building is a casino because there's no outside sidewalks or anything. It's just road building.
No, thank you. I'm gonna pass.
So we were walking from a couple of places to save on money for like Ubers and stuff, right? We should have just Ubered. It would have been so much easier because it took us twice as long to get where we needed to go. Anyways, that's not the entire point. But when we were at MagicCon, we did Uber one time, and this was a couple of times. And one of the times we're getting in the car, and they're always asking us, they're like, oh, what are you guys here for? They just want to know what's going on in town. And the guy asked, and I was like, oh, it's MagicCon. And he's like, oh, so like you guys do a bunch of magicians are really cool, basically. And he was like, I used to see this guy here. He does this guy does a great show. Yeah, magicians are really cool. And I jumped on this immediately. It was like I was back in college, dude. I jumped right back into this, and I looked at our friend who was in the car, Miles, and I said, Miles is really good at like hand magic. Miles, show him. I told him this. I was like, Miles is really good at like quick hand magic. Go ahead, show him a trick.
Did he do a trick?
And as to the best of my memory, I'm pretty sure he tried to play it off at first, and the guy was like, oh no, you don't have to do that, man. This is our driver. He's like, you don't have to do that, man. And I was like, no, he doesn't mind at all.
Poor guy.
To the best of my memory, because he played it off really well. To the best of my memory, I think he did something like this, like the thumb type deal. I'm pretty sure he did like the thumb type deal or something really quick hand magic-y. But it was one of my greatest moments because I'm like tearing up as I'm saying it, but the driver can't see me because I'm in the back seat. He was up front.
I has no idea this guy in the front seat. Zero clue.
And I was like, oh, we all love Magic. Yeah, he knows some good tricks. Why don't you go ahead and show him? It was probably one of my greatest moments. I was very happy with that.
That's your top tier moment right there.
Dude, it was good. Because I fully committed. I was like, I'm gonna let this guy know we're all magicians around here.
I think I now need to spend an hour or two every week practicing a single magic trick in case this ever happens to me.
Because
I will always have it ready.
I was well known in my unit whenever I was in training for the army. Mm-hmm. I was well known whenever someone would be like, "Hey, I need a volunteer to pick something out." I'd always be like, "Oh, Sergeant, this'll do it." I would say it every time, and no one would ever call me out. I'm telling you, like over a year, never called out. Like I had a sergeant who sat at my table with me, who was changing into our job code, and I called her out every single time. I'd be like, "Oh, Sergeant so-and-so said that she wants to give us an example of this." And then they'd be like, "All right, Sergeant so-and-so, why don't you do it?" No one would ever go, "No, you read, you do it." No one ever did that. And I couldn't believe it because they would like be mad at me every time. And I go, "Don't hate the player. Like, you got to volunteer me if you want it to happen."
They would never do it.
And every now and then someone would volunteer me, but it was never in like response to me volunteering them. It was always like an offhand thing. And I would just get up and do it because I know that if I'm going to do that to people, I have to expect it back, you know?
Oh, absolutely. If you're going to dish, you gotta plate it.
But they would be upset and I would be like, "Okay, sure." And just get up and do it.
Oh God, that is so. I've actually, that was incredible.
Yeah. Thank you for listening to Table Talk Friday, a D&D podcast. Don't forget you can go to patreon.com/Table Talk Friday if you want to check out our sick, nasty post show that I'm going to post right after this. And you also get the episodes early, sometimes a day, sometimes a week, sometimes more, depending on whenever I edit it and put it up. Today, it is the night before, baby. Other than that, though, I definitely need the Magic Man. I always add man there at the end. Mr. Magic to take me out.
It's always got to be a man or somebody. It has to be like a title, a superhero name. But let's say a Magic Man. Oh there, I'm the Magic Man, and of course all my people have to sound like this and have a weird accent, sort of tone or a weird shift. Magic Man, I can do all kinds of tricks. I can pull a one blue mono blue deck out of my hat here. I can draw a red aggro rabbit out of my hat. No big deal there. I'm a Magic Man, you see.